Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and today I want to talk about the digital event. It has just wrapped up and Capcom dropped a ton of information. It started off with a brand new trailer which looks hella exciting. I will of course be breaking down various different aspects in subsequent videos. There is too much to cover in this one video, but I want to go through and quickly recap, give you a top level summary in case you guys missed it, the most important things from the digital event, and then of course we'll dive deeper into some of the mechanics in later videos. If you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. What was your highlight from the digital event? Or if you haven't seen it, what's your highlight from this video once you've watched it? And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you're in the right place for all future Monster Hunter content. So the trailer itself, of course, quick top level, we see some more footage of Malzeno looking hella cool. Malzeno, of course, has been destroying Rathalos, and we also see the blood-sucking bugs, which are basically the mechanic whereby it uses it to capture monsters, and of course, transfer its energy, which we'll speak about a little bit later on. You also see the hunter fighting alongside Rondine, which ties into something they speak about later, a new buddy system, a new sort of follower system, whereby you can actually play alongside NPCs this time, not just Palicos and Palamutes, you can actually play alongside some of the characters in the game, which is hella cool. We even see Rondine riding Lunagaran. Rathian is back also, plus Seregios makes a return. We have not seen Seregios for quite some time, the flagship from 4 Ultimate, so that is fantastic to see that return. We also see 2 more new subspecies, an ice type Somnicanth called Aurora Somnicanth and a fire type Almudron called Magma Almudron. They speak about a system known as Switch Skill Swap, which basically gives you the ability to change switch skills on the fly. Again, more on that in just a second, but it looks hella crazy. They gave us a quick montage of some crazy skills, and you also see Hinora Minoto riding on the Palamutes as well. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff happening in that trailer. So, quick little recap. Seregios, of course, flagship from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Have not seen this monster in quite some time. Honestly, I'm really glad to see it come back. It has fantastic mechanics. It does, of course, have the blade scales that can inflict bleed, but don't forget the weapons for Seregios had fantastic mechanics whereby you could roll to sharpen them. The armor set was really cool, so honestly, seeing those come back is definitely hella welcome. Aurora Somnicanth, well, admittedly, I don't necessarily always like seeing subspecies too much because I would much rather fight brand new monsters, but I will say Somnicanth was a fantastic creature and one that kind of got a little bit overlooked in the previous game just because it was more like a low tier monster. So having a master rank subspecies will definitely give us a chance to go back and use some of the armor, and this one focuses on cold and freeze instead of sleep. Magma Almudron, however, I am less enthused about. It's basically like taking Levasioth and Almudron, both of which are kind of annoying fights, and combining them together. Honestly, this is probably going to be a right pain, but it is a fiery version. Almudron was definitely a cool looking monster. It was just a bit of a pain to fight sometimes. And of course, they also mentioned that some of the Rise monsters will also get new moves in Master Rank, so there will definitely be some new things to learn. Malzeno is really interesting because it commands the mysterious creatures that it uses to sort of catch monsters, and it can inflict this status called Blood Blight, whereby when you have that, you are basically losing your health and you need to play aggressively to basically heal yourself to battle that Blood Blight. In a similar sort of manner to Gormagala, not necessarily mechanically speaking, but in the same way that when you got the Frenzy virus, you basically had to play ultra aggressive to combat it. The same principle kind of applies for Malzeno because basically whilst you're having your blood sucked, you need to make sure that you are combating that. On the follower quest front, awesome thing. This one, they basically said that there are some quests that allow you to take followers along. It is single player only, or at least the quests they specifically spoke about are single player only. These allow you to bring human companions alongside you. You can unlock more as you advance in the game, and they each have their own unique movesets and weapons. During quests, they will recover your health, place traps, even ride monsters, and of course you'll have companions both from Elgato and Kimura. Plus, they say these quests allow you to earn exclusive rewards. On the action front, this is hella crazy. This game already has you pressing a lot of buttons to try and do stuff when you factor in the Silkbind moves, jumping through the air, all that stuff like that. I feel like they're turning this into a fighting game because now it goes even crazier. There are new switch skills and Silkbind attacks, but they have introduced something called Switch Skill Swap, where basically you can swap between switch skills on the fly. You can register 2 loadouts before a quest, and you can then swap using these red and blue scrolls. Seemingly you press X plus A to activate the swap, and you can then combo different attacks and gain their synergized effects, so you really can get the maximal benefit, especially when you factor in there are going to be new skills, so it means we'll actually be able to sort of use quite a few in quests. We're basically, like I said, a fighting game now. They also even have Swap Evade, where you can work evades into the swaps too, so if you need to do quick positional changes, you can do that, swap on the fly, and then use some of those new moves. There will also be more tweaks coming to the game as well, different mechanical things, like of course the easier way to run up walls. Plus you even have the choice now as to whether you want to ride the monster when it's in the sort of mounted state, or whether you just want to continue attacking it, so you will not now be forced onto the back of the monster when it goes into that down state, which is definitely really, really nice. Outside of that, they did of course announce there will also be a limited edition controller for Nintendo Switch coming out. They said if you have stories to save data, you can get Navarro armor for your Palico, and there will also be more free title updates after that. So, for the time being, that is pretty much it. Again, as mentioned, there will be more videos dropping next week showing off some of the weapon stuff, so do keep it locked. We'll give you guys full breakdowns of those, going into details, going over everything you could possibly want to know. But for the time being, that is pretty much it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of all of that. Make sure you keep it locked. If you've missed some of the videos on the channel lately, check out one of these ones. And again, do stay on the channel because we'll have more videos dropping later on today and tomorrow, because there is definitely lots of stuff to talk about.